Well, hello there. Welcome to the Nailsin Ratings. You know Scarlett Johansson. Yes, she's quite the star. A very, very beautiful woman. And lately best known as Black Widow in the Marvel movies. And word has it, Black Widow will get her own film. And so things look up for Scarlett Johansson, huh? Well, uh-oh. Yes, she's in trouble. You see, a while back, she did a movie called Ghost in the Shell. Yes, it's based on a popular anime feature. And, she was in the starring role. And, well, some people had a problem with that because they saw it as cultural appropriation, one of those new made-up terms used to beat people over the head and into submission for power and fortune. So, this was used against her, despite the fact that the story in the movie is that, yes, it is indeed an Asian woman who died. Her brain was taken out and put into an artificial android body that didn't look anything like her and was then used to do these, like special forces type missions. And so this hurt the film somewhat, and it didn't do very well, which is too bad because it's actually pretty good, and I do recommend it. I enjoyed it, and I thought she did a very good job in it. But, well, there you go. Yeah. So, with that type of story, there really was no validity to the argument here that this was some terrible slight to Asian people in this bizarre, fantastic, futuristic sci-fi tale. So it seemed to kind of work, actually. But, if you want to hate somebody and be angry, you can. So there you go with that. So that was that movie. Now she's working on a new one with the same guy who directed her in Ghost in the Shell. Boy, these people never learn. Yes, this Rupert Sanders. And with Joel Silver, a New Regency, producing. So she's teaming up with this guy for a movie called Rub&Tug. It's about a massage parlor in the 70s. But the kicker here is that she'll be playing a character, a real-life character, based on a true story type deal, who was a transgender massage parlor owner. Yeah. This was, so the deal is now, is that, Scarlett is not a transgender person, so this is terrible. Once again, she's, I guess, culturally appropriating from the transgender community, a role that should go to a transgender actor. Yeah, so right off the bat, I thought, she's playing a man who identified as a woman, right? No, that is not what she's playing. She is playing a person who was born in the name Jean Marie Gill and took on the identity of Dante Tex Gill. This was a woman who identified as a man and ran this massage parlor and a prostitution business. So, what's the problem again? Because Scarlett herself doesn't identify as a man. So she should not be able to play the role, apparently. Oh, boy. And so that is the problem for Scarlett Johansson here. Yeah. So, when asked to respond to these complaints that a transgender actor should play the part, apparently Johansson's publicist said, hey, why don't you ask Jeffrey Tambor, Jared Leto, and Felicity Huffman for comment? Or the reps, rather, for comment. Yeah, good point. Tambor, of course, not anymore, because, Me Too and all that. But anyway, he played a transgender guy, a transgender woman in his case, in the Amazon series Transparent, and it got all this praise and everything. And he won 2 Emmys for the role. Yeah, and Leto took home an Oscar for his work in the Dallas Buyers Club. Neither men are transgender. And then, of course, Felicity Huffman. Now, this one, I remember, that was huge praise for Felicity Huffman in Transamerica. And this goes a couple of years back, but still, I realize the fad of cultural appropriation hadn't started yet. But, I mean, the calling out of it, rather. But here, she won a Golden Globe for her performance in Transamerica, where she did indeed, I believe, portray a trans woman. That's a man who identifies as a woman, played by a woman. So, oh boy, I guess we were so naive back then, and now we know better. So it's wrong now. Yeah, because that was so long ago in the Dark Ages. Yeah. So, oh boy, so we'll give Felicity Huffman a pass, but not Scarlett Johansson, who will be playing a woman who thinks she's a man, played by a woman playing a role. You know, Scarlett Johansson is not an actual android, so she really shouldn't have played Ghost in the Shell at all, not just for the Asians, but for the androids, because she's flesh and blood. Yeah. Although there was that creepy guy who made that doll, human-sized doll that looked exactly like her. Yeah, why would you waste so much time Oh, yeah. Anyway, so I agree with Johansson's publicist here. Good point. And plus, the backlash over Ghost in the Shell was just absurd, as Johansson, I believe, referred to the character as identityless when it came to ethnicity and whatnot. Yeah, because it was a brain inside an artificial android. Yeah. Well, that's not enough for April Rain from hashtag Oscars So White. Yeah, you think you're going to please this activist. Because, see, activism in the sense of the professional activist, the worst thing that could happen is a solution or a resolution or anything. So people like Miss Rain is always going to need a target to attack, because that's the bread and butter. So stick to your guns here, Scarlett Johansson. You didn't do anything wrong. You're an actress. You perform characters that are not you, and that's how that works. And this is nowhere near anything like in the old days of blackface and what have you. That's a bunch of nonsense. And again, it's just a bunch of online idiots looking to make a career out of their idiocy. So best of luck with Rub&Tug. Thank you for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe, and why not take a look down below in the link descriptions, which will lead you to my mini stores that have loads of goodies for you.